Pete here with the Small Business Resource Center and the Small Business Resource Center YouTube channel. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing if you're looking for stock information, stimulus related news, election information, and business tips and help, because that's what we're here for. And if you need anything, feel free to comment below. I'll see what I can do to help you out. We do have a lot of videos on pandemic unemployment assistance since that's been a big topic. And smash a like button for the YouTube algorithm. Welcome back if you're already subscribed. So basically, I wanted to go over a couple things. First of all, basically, we're going to go over the coronavirus stats, vaccine update, stock market, election results, stimulus package, and new assistance programs that were continued or added because of the CARES Act. So there's a lot of important things. December 11th is actually the deadline for the government to pass a stimulus package along with a government funding bill. The reason why this is important is because basically if they don't pass by December 11th, they'll be on recess again. And it's not going to be, anything's going to be passed until after January. So tomorrow, December 2nd, the House of Representatives are going to start meeting, and then they will leave after December 11th. My guess is they won't have a problem passing the government funding bill, but what's going to happen with the stimulus package that businesses need, people, as far as pandemic unemployment assistance and regular unemployment assistance. Because a lot of businesses have been shut down. It's sad to have to say that, but they can only survive so long with a lot of the regulations that are being put in place. Democrats want to have the HEROES Act, which is very broad and gives money out to many states and cities, and it's almost like a blank check, and that's been the big problem with getting stimulus passed. While Republicans want targeted money that goes directly to the people, businesses, schools, for unemployment, pandemic unemployment, for coronavirus testing, tracing, and treatment. Steny Hoyer, a House rep in Maryland, said that they've been working on a stimulus bill even though they've not been in session, and the government funding bill, and the House Democrats and Nancy Pelosi should pass a stimulus bill, even though it doesn't have all the money that they want. They should pass something that's going to help the people, the businesses. That includes pandemic unemployment assistance, rental assistance, and the things people need. As of December 1st, coronavirus stats in Pennsylvania, 366,971 people have been reported with the coronavirus, and that would be 10,439 deaths. In the United States, there's 13,617,362 confirmed cases with 271,296 deaths and 6,594,109 infected people recovered in the United States. Globally, there's supposed to be 63,347,492 confirmed cases and 1,470,456 deaths, with 40,624,000 cases and 563 infected people recovered. So Trump said last week on Thursday that Pfizer will be approved and they will have the vaccine out. So it's Tuesday right now. We're counting down the days of the week for this approval. Pfizer also stated over the weekend that they were shipping vaccine out already. So Pfizer is expected to get FDA approval any day. Moderna also filed for emergency use authorization and FDA approval yesterday, which was Monday. Pre-market, Pfizer's up 89 cents to 39.20. BioNTech is up 12.96%, much quicker because it's a smaller stock. And Moderna is up 20.24% to 152.74. Optum, I wonder if it's better to be right and make less money or to just go with what the market's doing and buy stocks that go up. So it's a question I often ask myself as an investor. because it doesn't really matter if you're right if you don't make any money. I guess if you're in the stock market. But this is not advice to buy or sell any stock or security, just for entertainment purposes only. And I'm sure other stocks are doing great. I just not following them, and I'm not going to do a big rundown of every single stock that I'm following. So for assistance programs, there is $150 billion that was allocated for state and local governments, which hasn't been used, much of which has not been used. I think 500 maybe it was million has not been used. So if you need any type of assistance, rental assistance, or any type of help, I would recommend Googling your state, local, and county websites. And if you don't see anything, try calling and ask if there's any assistance programs that can help you. Because if the funds are not used, they need to be returned by the end of the year. So many of the states, local governments, and counties are trying to find use for these funds. And many states have certified the election. Trump's legal team is having battles all over. Sadly, often they've been told that they haven't met the burden of proof to contest election results and prove fraud. But the problem seems to be, from my research, is much of the information that they found doesn't hold a burden of proof, because of when they're doing recounts, the proof doesn't exist. The ballots that were changed or altered or added were done during the election. So when they review them, they basically look valid, or they're already in place. During the time of the election, poll workers or people who are whistleblowers have actually stated that they were trying to basically whistleblow on fraud, and they were not allowed to. And many of places where they were trying to monitor the poll counters, they were not allowed to. And that's the problem with this. So it does seem like there's going to be a legal battle, and this is probably going to go to the Supreme Court. Bobby Pittman, who's a managing partner of Preactive Investments LLC in Arizona, he's a representative of Total Clarity Wealth Management. Basically, he ran analysis of the Arizona election, and after analyzing the data, he said this is the biggest fraud in history of our constitutional republic is taking place right before our eyes. And he believes that there is 120,000 to 306,000 fake people who voted during the election in Arizona. So Pittman presents his findings and said that Arizona should have never certified the election, because it was so easy for him to find this fraud. And Bobby Pittman said he believes the fraud is not just in Arizona. He believes it's in every single state. And he said every single state and every single county needs to be audited and investigated for fraud. So what are your thoughts on that? Comment below. My thoughts: many times people in the past have told me that their vote doesn't matter. That for whatever reason, they felt that despite the fact that they're voting, that, would it be fraud or whatever reason. Many times people had stated, if you vote, it doesn't really matter. The people who are quote unquote in charge are picking whoever they want to win. And a lot of the videos that I saw seem to indicate that, whether it be poll workers, whether it be the local elector monitors, or the county electoral monitors, or even the state. It seems like a lot of people are starting to discover and find that that's really the case. I saw videos where they're saying that these machines can't be cheated, and right before the eyes of the people who are working at the would it be county or state level, I'm not sure, they said, okay, let's have a mock election, and they just showed them how easy it was to just change the results. So I would say we all need to recognize this, and we potentially need some election reform. And this needs to be done because people's votes should matter. And when people are feeling that if they're voting for any candidate, that it doesn't really matter because the people who are either working there or the people who are counting the votes are just changing them, that's obviously it's fraud. And all these people need to be held accountable. The federal level, at the state level, at the county level, and at the local level. They all need to be accountable and all need to be prosecuted for the crimes that they're committing. Because it's a crime against you, it's a crime against President Trump, apparently, and it's really a shame. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on this? In my opinion, if you're against fixing this, you're part of the problem. This is Pete with the Small Business Resource Center. Smash a like button, hit the subscribe if you're new. If you have any questions or need help, comment below. I'll see what I can do to help you out, and have a great day.